Hey everybody, it's time once again for another exciting episode of the Chelada Boys. And this week, we're going to think and sit back and wonder if there really is such a thing as free will. Enjoy. Hey.
How's it going?
Hi guys, we are here against our will. Just kidding. Just kidding. We want to be here. We're happy to be here. We are the Chelada Boys. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dylan.
This is Posh.
And we are them boys. We
All
are
day.
them boys, yeah. What's up, Posh?
What's up, man? How you been?
I'm good. I've been doing really good.
Has this week been... How has this week been since,
Busy.
Is it...
Busy.
So it went
Busy
by
week.
quick?
Yeah.
That's good.
Zoomed by.
That's what you
And
want.
we got a 4-day weekend.
Yeah, I think we might go out to Green River on Memorial Day and eat some hot dogs and go swimming.
Humans everywhere.
There will be lots of humans.
Everywhere.
I don't mind.
I don't mind.
For a little bit.
My own personal little square of heaven. And
Yeah. That's good. Go on.
It's a good idea.
Usually pack a cooler of beer and just like secretly drink it on the beach and... Yeah, I have a good time. Take a shot or two.
You heard him. Get his ass.
Come find me.
Taylor County Sheriff's Office.
Campbellsville.
Right.
Sheriff's Office, I think.
So the Sheriff's Office comes from the county, not the city.
Oh, shit.
Campbellsville's in Taylor County.
Is it?
So get fucking mangled.
I don't know shit.
Taylor County Sheriff's Office. Come get his ass.
I don't know shit about fuck, y'all.
I don't know shit about fuck. Let's just confirm. I just want to make sure that I'm not wrong. Campbellsville.
What county? What county are you in?
Campbellsville in Central Kentucky. Taylor County. Yeah.
Man, this guy knows his Kentucky.
Taylor County.
He's lived here his whole life, though.
Well, my cousin lives down there. And his wife's dad is a police officer.
So you got connections.
Not really. He wouldn't know who I was, I don't think, if I seen him.
Damn it.
Maybe he would. I was in their wedding, so maybe he would. But he'd be like,
Do I know you?
I don't know if you're good or bad.
Have you ever been there, though? To the Campbellsville, Green River, like, little area? They got, like, a campground and, like,
yeah.
putt-putt golf.
Did I not go with... Didn't we go with y'all once?
No, I don't think so.
You sure? I think you're probably right. But yeah, hell yeah. I've been out there.
I love it there, dude. It's beautiful.
I used to go to Campbellsville every summer.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. And then tomorrow I've got a shindig at my dad's house. So a little family get together.
Is that for the Memorial Day weekend?
I think so, yeah. We're just going to have a little cookout and probably drink a little beer. And...
My dad's going to cook a brisket Sunday.
Ooh.
And we going out there.
Ooh.
We're going to bring pasta salad and a pie.
Nice. Nice. Those are good sides.
Yeah.
Those are good sides. What kind of pie?
Strawberry pie. I don't know if Chelsea's making it.
Okay, summer.
Pie. Yeah.
Okay, summer edition.
We're out here.
Yeah, that's
We're
nice.
just out here making pies and eating pasta salad and briskets.
Cool Whip. It's going to have some Cool Whip.
No, it's going to have Cool Whip.
Oh, my God. It sounded like Chicago.
Yeah. You know why they call Chicago the Windy City?
Because there's a lot of fucking wind.
No.
I've been to Chicago. It's windy as fuck.
Right. I mean, but that's not why.
Why?
Because of all the politicians were blowing hot air and they called it the Windy City.
Oh, my God. Is that true?
That's
or
true.
Are you blowing hot air?
Good question. Let's see. Why is Chicago called the Windy? Yeah, there it is.
Bro, how many words a minute are you typing now?
It ain't much.
It seems
The
like
Cincinnati Enquirer used the term in 1876 in reference to a tornado that blew through the city, while also capitalizing on the term's double meaning to highlight local speakers who were full of wind.
Oh, snap. My guy knows his stuff, dude. You are like a fountain of knowledge.
Thank you.
You just, yeah.
Thank you.
A little fact book over here.
Not really. I just got lucky 2 times in a row.
That doesn't happen often.
Yeah. Ask me 2 more questions. I don't know.
As the podcast goes on, I'll come up with something.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll figure it out.
So, obviously, the topic this week is free will, and I struggle with the fact of if it's a real thing. I mean, it's a real thing, but how much power do you have really over your will?
Right. I get what you're saying because, like, yes, you have free will to make those decisions, but are all those decisions already...
What is restricting you up here from actually doing it? Because it's not... I want to be shredded, big, just jack, strong motherfucker. But I have got these breasts. Okay, so if I had free will, I would have never gotten fat ever. I would have never gotten fat. I wouldn't have allowed myself to have free will.
Well,
I guess I did, but my free will, the temptation. I never had power over the temptation. I never had the.
I feel like there's a difference between free will and discipline, and having like the certain circumstances that you had provided to you growing up too. Like you have to think about that too. Like you don't get to choose what family you're born into. You don't get to choose what state, what color you're born, how tall, anything like that. You don't get to choose it.
Not yet, but the doctors are working on that.
Yeah, it does seem like they are.
They are. You can choose your child's eye color and shit now.
I'm all natural. Let's just do, how it was supposed to be done.
It's got steroids in it. How many antibiotics you put in
So
this baby?
my kid goes blind at 17 is what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you say, I'm fat because of this, but you have to think there's other factors than just free will into it. Now, you have to have...
So you think I'm fat?
No, I don't think
I'm just joking. I am fat, but... Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like disrupt your train of thought, but
I did the body mass index thing the other day. They got like calculators on Google, and I'm in the normal range, but I'm like right on that line of going into like overweight.
I think that is overboard. I think that's ridiculous to say that you are overweight.
Would I put my height and my weight in? Because I weigh like one.
See, those just aren't accurate. You've got to do the little fucking pinch thing and find out what your BMI really is. And
I think, honestly, if I could just stay the weight I am and just convert it all to muscle, and maybe pick up like another 10 pounds of muscle.
Well, if you did that, and you went off the scale that you used for that, you would be obese.
I would be overweight.
Yeah, or overweight, not obese. It's overweight, obese, morbidly obese.
Yeah. And then there's normal and then underweight. So, you don't want to be in those last 2 or 3.
So, okay, it's just unhealthy. Morbidly feels like it would mean that you're going to die from this, which I guess it does.
When you go to when heavy set people go to doctors, I feel like some of their issues don't get taken seriously because doctors are like, well, you just got to lose some weight.
You're just a fat ass.
Yeah, just lose some weight. And all
that's
these
where the
problems
free
will go
will.
away.
That's where the free will it comes into question, and there's a fine line between free will and the ability to be disciplined, but I feel like they go like this because. Yeah, you got to make yourself be disciplined, but if you had free will, just always, apparently we're supposedly always have free will. And you can make a choice, but how much, there are things that's stopping you. If you're telling me that you do everything, and maybe some people do, maybe, and they've reached like David Goggins, I bet that motherfucker has the most free will. He does what he wants.
Right.
But
I think money
it's just rare. It's just a rare thing.
Yeah.
I think to have full on 100% free will to do what you want is rare, I think.
I think everybody has it. I just don't think that we live in a world that encourages it. That says, "Hey, go out and do whatever you want." Like we get that memo in school, but then go out and go to work, get a job, start a family, have kids.
There goes your free will right there.
Yeah, like
you
there's
have
a predestined plan already. Like there's a plan that society has already set in place for you. Then there's your divine plan, and then there's like what you want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. And when I talk about a divine plan, I'm talking about things that
fate.
Yeah, it's fate. Like your free will, the choices you make are all part of a bigger system that lead the world in the direction. It's like the butterfly effect. Have you ever seen that movie?
I have not, but I know what you're talking about.
Bro, that's a crazy movie. So like if if I move this water bottle to here, now like I just saved the world from some cataclysmic thing, or if I move it back here now,
Mount Vesuvius erupts again.
Exactly. Something like anything could have happened. If I didn't move that back and forth right there, a whole different timeline would be happening right now. So I feel like there's a difference between.
So I wonder what you just changed right there, if that in that theory.
Probably something small, maybe something huge. You never know. You never know. That's the thing. It could have affected like just the way that you're thinking, which reacts to the way that you go to work tomorrow, which then bounces off into somebody else, and then that
ripple effect everywhere.
It just ripples.
Yeah.
So you'll be thinking about it tomorrow, and somebody's like, "What are you thinking about?" Posh moved his water bottle the other day, and then that guy's thinking about
really
it.
Resonated with me.
Yeah.
But I think the obstacles that come with doing what you want to do is what makes me question free will.
Right. Okay, so you're saying like when
I can't just go and be on. I can't just go do what I want. There are laws, which rightfully so.
Right.
There are laws and rules that you got to follow, rightfully so. But that creates another obstacle for free will, depending on what your free will is, what you really just want to do. Hopefully, nothing crazy evil, and maybe it's just good stuff. Maybe there's good things that you could do that are probably illegal, like
grow weed.
Just
like
kind of what I was talking about. Like you could go. Marijuana is illegal in Kentucky.
Unfortunately,
is illegal in Kentucky, and say that this is just a scenario. Hopefully, this never happens to anyone that I'm talking to, but a relative that someone that you love dearly gets cancer or something.
Shit.
And they don't want to do chemo and all this stuff, and they're in pain and they can't eat and they can't sleep. Well, you could take your free will and take them a big old fat sack of
the
weed
ganja
or some edibles. Maybe they don't like to smoke, or maybe whatever. However you ingest it to help them with that. But no, that's illegal.
Right.
You can't do that. You can't. That is an obstacle for your free will. You can do it still.
Yeah. So
you can still do it, but it would be morally wrong in our society.
Yeah.
From a government standpoint, I guess.
Right.
Because they don't want you to break the laws.
I guess at first, when it comes to free will, you have to decide how far you're willing to go. Mm-hmm. Are you willing to break the system's design for you to do and accomplish the things that you want? If you are, then you have to be willing to pay the consequences too by getting caught. Some people are able to break the rules or bend them almost to breaking and come out on top. They say no guts, no glory. You know what I'm saying? So like if you don't go for it, you'll never know. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So what I think...
Wayne Gretzky. Or was that Jordan? That was Wayne Gretzky.
Type it in. This is the next question. What's your final answer before we... I'm
going to say Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky, okay.
Shit. Michael Scott. Now it's Wayne Gretzky. Yeah.
Nice. 3 for 3,
Boom,
man.
baby.
My guy. If he gets one more, you get a beer.
I didn't know. I thought you were going another
Started
route.
with a B.
Yeah. A beer job.
A beer job. Yeah, you get a
beer job.
So
it's where Posh puts a mouthful of beer in his mouth and goes to work.
You know I don't go to work.
Self-roasted. But I just, without, I guess a good way to put it is, without self-discipline, you don't have free will.
You don't. No, you'll fall into habits. Mm-hmm. What feels comfortable.
And that's easier.
Yeah, that's much easier.
A lot easier
than free will. Now,
but nothing worth having is ever easy. So.
And I feel like we get caught up on the small things with free will. Like, I get to choose what I eat for breakfast, and what I get to wear, and
take a shower, when I wash my clothes, when I clean my house,
stuff like that. We have that kind of free will, but like you said, to change your stars, to like really like throw your trajectory in life into a better course or even a worse one.
Yeah.
I feel like it's easy for the latter. It's easier to throw your life into chaos than it is into success.
Well, even with the little things, like we were just talking about, like what you eat, or when you clean your house, or when you take a shower, or whatever.
Right.
Well, you can choose that. But what I eat, I want to have a healthy body. I want my house to be clean. I feel like that's a pretty universal thing.
Right.
And I want my body to be clean.
Right.
So if you don't have the discipline, and that is, I feel like personally, well, maybe not with the food, but the cleaning your house and the cleaning your body. Mm-hmm. If you don't have that small amount of discipline to maintain a clean body and house, you don't have the discipline to do the hard shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true. Fuck, I forgot what I was saying.
But, like, free will, dude, is just, I think it's such a wishy-washy thing. But, I just thought of that. Without self-discipline, then you don't have free will.
Yeah, I mean,
you are a slave to your habits.
Yeah, and if you don't see the problem, then you're really wandering like you're a lost ball in high weeds.
Right.
So, it's a fickle line there that you got to balance between self-discipline and like just motivating yourself.
And another thing that just kind of like mixes right along with all of the free will, self-discipline is maturity. Yeah. If you see these things going on, like you say, you got to recognize the problem. If you see it and you recognize the problem and you still don't do anything about it, then that you lack the maturity to develop the self-discipline to gain the free will that you really want.
Right. Yeah.
Like I can't go just be on a Dwayne Johnson movie. I can't just go there and like I'm on the movie.
There's steps you have to take to get there. Yeah, you have things that you have to do to
and those obstacles.
And it's determination.
It's like you have free will, asterisk beside that statement. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You've got to do these things that you don't want to do to be able to do the things that you ultimately want to do.
I think with the word free will, you should stop thinking about the free and start thinking more about the will. Do you have the willpower?
Right.
To seize the life that you want? Do you look at this life? Do you fantasize about it and then go, I'm gonna do whatever, whatever I normally do?
The will is free. It's all about how much you have of it.
Mm-hmm. And if you're gonna use it, and I think really we live in a society that dulls that down. Mm-hmm. That like really like tries to dull your shine. And
I don't know, maybe. Well, I think that's a fair statement to society, but I think media also.
Well, yeah, media. I think it's all connected. All that's connected. Government, society, media. It's all like one big organism that we're inside of and a part of, but also like can recognize that things in it are broken.
Yeah.
And that kind of messes with our free will.
A lot of people's characters are built for them by what they consume from whatever media that they follow.
Yeah.
Like social media or the news, or you watch this certain show, so now you dress like a fucking pirate. Your personality was given to you, and that's with everybody. I pick little parts from people that I respect, people that I think are funny, people that I think are inspiring, and all these things, and I try to like take a little piece out of each person that have a trait that I find to be a good trait. What I find to be a good trait might not be what you find to be a good trait.
Right.
But I use those two, and I guess maybe that's where it boiled down to the fucking purity of it. That's what my real personality is. Mm-hmm. But everybody builds themselves off of other things that they've seen.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. You take pieces, like you said, just things that you like about maybe a character you saw in a movie, or a role model, or a firefighter that saved your life, or a friend, or anything, or a father figure, anybody, and you try to replicate.
You mirror them in that small sense of what you take from them. We're all, I guess that's what makes us humankind, because we're all like each other in a sense.
Yeah.
And we all just, I don't think anyone's personality is, get roasted, unique, because we're picking parts off of everybody, and you're just mirroring another person who's mirroring another person who's mirroring another person. You know what I'm saying? And that's a time scale. Like, oh, well, you just like your grandpa. Well, my dad's just like my grandpa, and I want to be like my dad, like he wanted to be like his dad. So now I'm like my dad.
Right.
So this same, like, maybe not 100, well, obviously not 100%, like, personality, but it expands into a spectrum. So you got grandpa over here, and then you've got you over here, and you're essentially like in a lot of ways the same person, but also in a lot of ways a different person.
Right. Papa might still believe in like some old school stuff that we
racism
now
or some shit,
that we're like
homophobia.
Come on now, like who cares, right?
Or marijuana, right? Like it's a gateway drug, it'll kill you. All this stuff. Well,
yeah,
seems like it seems like the common opinion now is that that's not the case.
Yeah, we were
more
lied
of a medicine than what we've been told is medicine over the longest time by the pharmaceutical companies and shit like that.
The sad thing is we've known it was medicine before, before this country even was a country.
And that's when the conspiracy side kind of pops up. Was it the government seeing an opportunity to make money that they could have broken at all these subcategories of medicine? So they made this one
big
plant
pharma
illegal that would do all of those things that these 100 pills that you've created do.
Right. Not to mention how useful hemp is. It would
you can make clothes. You can make fucking rope,
buildings. You can
building
like
walls.
Make hempcrete that is like fireproof, bug proof. Fucking would be the smartest route. Not to mention you can grow an entire field in 4 months,
and it's not a bunch of chemicals that you're mixing into a bag of dust or a bucket of dust.
Yeah. So,
well, I guess you're not really mixing chemicals. It's already got the chemicals in it. You just put the water in.
That ties into free will as well. Say that my destiny was to be like the greatest pot grower that has ever lived, but now I live in a society.
Kentucky,
I live in a society where,
well, then also in the same sense, people could say, then, well, move somewhere where it's not illegal. You have the free will to do that.
I do have the free will to do
or
that.
Or do you?
It's not free is the problem. It's not free to do that. I have the will to do it, but I don't have the means.
But there are also things that, like, not in a bad way, hold you back here.
Yeah.
You got a daughter that lives here. Your whole family lives here. You don't want to just up and leave everybody to go do that.
Right.
So you don't really have the free will to do that.
Right.
You might have the will to do that and the aspiration to do that.
I think the more
but you're just not free to do it.
The more things that you have anchor you.
Could have worded that better.
So Elon Musk said this, freedom is better than luxuries. Meaning, like, yeah, he's got a lot of money, but he doesn't tie himself down to, like, one specific spot. The guy can pack up and move anywhere. He doesn't have a permanent resident. He doesn't, he invests in house. He doesn't have a house. He doesn't own one.
And he's probably one of the most busy individuals in the entire world.
He probably sleeps, like, an hour and a half.
His day is planned for him. And, in the foundation of it, it's his plan, I guess, but his days are planned out for him. I'd imagine. I really don't know. I'm just speculating here, but I would imagine that he's got an assistant. Like, you got this interview here, you got these meetings at the company here. We're going to make these changes here. We're going to start to implement. We've got to have you a part of that. Blah blah blah. Before you know it, you're booked up until 9 p.m. So you get home and you've got from 9 p.m. till 10 p.m. or whatever time you go to bed to do what you want. But guess what? If you're that fucking busy, your mind is probably riddled with what's going on for the next day. So you're not thinking really about what you want, more so as to thinking about what you have to do.
I think you have to gauge too, like, how much you're willing to sacrifice for the end all be all goal. Like we were talking about Elon Musk. He's, like you said, he's super busy, and that's his goal is, make a lot of money, which mission accomplished.
Right. Richest man in the world.
Yeah. I think he's colonized Mars or get to Mars, have at least a colony in his lifetime. Occupy Mars. That's like his big goal. And his free will, his will is so strong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like he's dedicated his life to it. And the persistence and the hard work and the dedication.
That's where the self-discipline comes in.
Yeah, and the dedication is what pays off. It's not like Elon Musk woke up one day and was like, I'm going to be a billionaire. Mm-hmm. He woke up and said, I'm going to take the first step to becoming a billionaire, and then the second step, and then the third step, and then I'm going to get knocked down, then I'm going to get back up and take the fourth step and the fifth step, then I'm going to knock down again and take the sixth step.
You don't go to bed one night and wake up and decide you've got to self-discipline. It's a consistency thing. You build habits off of consistency.
Anybody can be disciplined for a day.
Right. Yeah.
But when you discipline yourself for years, when you've been disciplined for years,
like that guy that
you do have the willpower to take your life in whatever direction you want. Now, when you just sit back and what I used to tell myself when we were working out all the time was, it's good to know that, like, I did everything that my coworkers did today, plus
and then
came
home and
then
worked
did
on myself.
Yeah, then worked on me. Whereas everybody else probably went home and some people probably went and worked out, but some people also went home, just sat on the couch and ate a bag of chips and watched The Office or watched
Hey. That's what I do now. But
I do too. So.
But like what I was talking about, I was going to use this guy as a reference, but I can't. TikTok's not doing it, whatever. But there's a guy who is on day 362 today of doing Murph every day.
So almost a full year. He's 3 days away from a full year.
Do you know the discipline it takes
to
wake up? He's done it with COVID.
Oh God!
He did it while he had COVID for probably a week.
Well, there's the antivirus right there. That guy is the fucking vax.
Yeah, I bet his blood is pretty fucking indestructible.
Yeah.
But for those of you who don't know,
I bet that guy is jacked.
Oh, dude, he's shredded, and he's kind of, But anyway, for those of you that don't know, and Memorial Day is coming up on us, and that's usually when Murph is done by most CrossFit boxes. Mm-hmm. But you start off with I think it's a 45-pound weight vest on.
Yeah.
You run a mile. You come back, do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and then run another mile.
Tell you what, I'm dead after that first
I've done
mile.
it once in my life ever, and it took me 63 minutes and 54 seconds.
An hour and 3 minutes.
Basically an hour and 4 minutes. But yeah, an hour and 4 minutes to do that. This guy, the last video I watched, he did it sub 43 minutes.
Damn.
But he's doing it every day.
Yeah.
You know he's in such good shape.
Yeah, but I bet his body is sore constantly.
Oh, yeah.
I bet he is.
And he's not just doing Murph. He's doing wads and shit, like his daily wad. And,
so
and
Murph
then
is just like,
that,
I'm just going to add a Murph every day.
Every day.
To whatever else I'm doing.
Whatever workout I'm doing. I'm doing Murph. Because he's like in the process of trying, like that takes a lot of calories. So he's having to eat a lot. He's doing like, recently I think he's doing like some powerlifting stuff and trying to bulk up too. But also doing Murph. I bet you that guy burns 8,000 calories a day, maybe more, just from working out.
It's crazy.
That's nuts.
We got to start working out again.
Oh, yeah, I'm going back.
Yeah.
Monday.
Are you?
I'm going to Planet Fitness.
Let's go.
But I'm starting somewhere, and my goal is to go back to CrossFit at the end of July or 1st of August, no later than those. No later than the 1st of August. Maybe sooner, depending on how I feel, because I've got to you can't go from here to CrossFit.
Yeah, no.
You have to go here,
get your body acclimated.
brisk walk while I lift, jogging, running, little extra with the running, and then you're finally CrossFit ready.
Right.
And then CrossFit will take you, above.
Yeah.
As far as fitness. Now, people argue about the injuries and stuff, and I will say there are. My wrists, they used to fucking hurt all the time from catching bars back here and doing overhead squats and all that shit.
Right.
Speaking of which, I hate overhead squats and front squats.
I hate squats, period, bro. I have no ass, no legs. My quads are shit. So
mine are pretty big, but I still hate them.
I'm all upper body.
Yeah. Speaking of all upper body, I don't think I've seen anybody with the upper body to lower body ratio like Sterling.
Yeah, he was kind of built like a wiffle ball bat.
I get roasted there. But I've been trying to get him. I've been trying to get him to come to the gym with me too. So we'll see how that goes once he figures out when he'll be able to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to step back up on my home workouts. I was doing good there for the beginning of the year. I was really
you were pretty consistent. You were like a month in, right?
Yeah. So I got to get back at that because I got some.
The thing is, I don't know if this is true, but I've always heard that it takes 90 days to start a habit.
I think that is true. And when you think about it, when you've done something for 90 days, that's been it's a short period of time in the grand scheme of things, but it's a long period of time when you do it every day. 90 days is a long fucking time. It's a quarter of the year. And, yeah, I think after that, your body is like fully aware of what the routine is. And it starts to crave it when you don't do it. It's like, damn, I need to get down here and do some push-ups or something. My body's telling me, like, let's go.
Okay, so this is what I was saying. I typed in Google, how long does it take to create a habit?
I hit this. Mine's starting to taste like a house fire.
Yeah, throw that one away then. It ain't no good. On average, it takes more than 2 months before a new behavior becomes automatic. 66 days to be exact. And how long it takes a new habit to form can vary widely depending on the behavior, the person, and the circumstances. In Lally's study, it took anywhere from 18 days to 254 days for people to form a new habit. So if you go a year, if you take 365 days, I bet you after this guy gets done, like I said, he's on day 362. He's 3 days away from doing his anniversary of Murph. I bet you he has a hard time
letting go
mentally. Not doing it.
He'll probably sprinkle Murphs in the next following year. Like, I'll do one a week from here on out.
Or he'll keep going. And then eventually he'll be like 5 years of doing Murph every day. 10 years of doing Murph.
His ankles will be powder, bro.
I'm 75 years old, but I got the body of a 30-year-old.
Yeah, just crushing.
Yeah.
Poon.
No ED over here. Meanwhile, I'm having a hard time getting mine to not retract within itself.
They say that, working out definitely helps with the sexual drive.
Yeah, your blood flow. It's good. Your body is constantly working those veins.
Testosterone
Let's get this shit
going.
right.
Yeah. I want to fuck.
I worked out and them booty cheeks is looking right. Just
let's be honest with ourselves. It's like 55 to 70% of the reason we work out anyways is to look cool while we have sex.
Yeah, I just want to look good naked.
Yeah, for real. Like, I want to be able to take my shirt off at the beach and people be like, God damn.
Yeah, see.
Damn.
So what comes up now, I'm trying to transition into a healthier life.
Right.
I'm trying, and that's not just a body thing, it's a mental thing too.
It's more mental than anything.
Yeah, I'm trying my best to keep myself motivated because one day, like you say, it's easy to be fucking self-disciplined one day, but you have to be self-disciplined one day every day.
Every day.
So, I've got this picture of me and the boys as my lock screen. I don't know if you can see that
real bright, but yeah.
But now, say what you will about this, but this is me 6 years ago doing Murph.
Beasted.
I was in really, really, really good shape.
Beast.
Not anymore. So I've got that as my home screen so that whenever, maybe I'm like, boy, I'll fuck up some cheesecake right now. I can unlock my phone, look at that, and be like, it's really not worth it. Yeah. This 15-minute craving that I'm about to satisfy is not worth the life that being healthy and, frankly, looking good naked gives you every day.
It feels awkward and shameful to say that, but it's the God's honest truth. Yeah. Like, that's why a lot of men work out, and a lot of women too. It's
whenever I was doing it, there was not to sound like a fucking
sexually attractive,
self-centered prick or whatever, but at some point you have to be, and that's kind of what motivates you. But no matter how bad I felt during that time when I woke up, it was always nice to know that I woke up and I had a nice, healthy body.
Yeah, it does. And when you're working out, you wake up and you feel better. You feel more energized.
You need less sleep. I'll tell you. Well, from personal experience, not working out 9 to 10 hours of sleep is just still like
not enough.
I don't never get that, but 7 or 8 hours. We'll keep it like that. 7 or 8 hours of sleep, which should be plenty for anyone. I wake up and I'm like, oh God, I'm so tired. But when I'm working out, 5 or 6 hours,
boom,
and I'm good.
Spring out
and
of bed.
Not only am I good, not only am I good, but I wake up and my eyes are like, bing, I'm up. Now I wake up and I'm like,
fighting it. Yeah.
But when you have created that habit for yourself and you're doing it like that all the time, bing, I'm ready for the day. Let's go do something.
Let's go.
I'm trying now. I catch myself trying to stretch out the time as long as I can in the morning so that I can do the shit that I need to do.
Right.
Whenever I was doing that, I remember being at the bottom of the hill at work. We got to walk up this big ramp, go in, clock in, all this shit. I remember while I was doing CrossFit, being 3 minutes from being late at the bottom of the hill, and I was like, man, I hope I got enough time to get up there. And like this voice in the back of my head said, dude, you did fucking 45 squats and 45 pull-ups and push-ups in 6 minutes the other day. You can make it to this fucking clock in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And I did.
Got there.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just something I want back, and that's what I'm working towards.
So that's where your free will is going right now.
Right now, yeah. That's where my self-discipline, I don't want to say attempt, my self-discipline actions are going toward.
Right.
Taking better care of myself. I'm fucking 30 years old, dude.
Right. We're not getting any younger, and we're only going to get more, like, out of shape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I haven't been drinking. I'm cutting these out.
Yeah. It's the last time for vapes.
Yeah, I'm sending these home with Posh, and once he's done, I assume that he's done with them too, but I'm done today. This is it. This is the end.
Smoke them while you got them.
Smoke them while you got them.
Yeah, because like you said, dude, I hate the fact when I was a kid, dude, I could run, run. I
wake up with the sun and play tag until after the sun went to bed.
Yeah, and not ever be out of breath.
Barefooted, run across rocks and shit.
I'm running to the mailbox and back, and I feel like I'm gonna die.
I climb these steps and I'm like, trying not to breathe hard because I don't want it to be noticeable that I just walked up 14 steps and it's killing me.
Yeah,
just not a good feeling.
And once you take this step, it opens doors for like new confidence in other areas.
It's a great mental thing. Once you start making yourself do this, it's a mental relief, really.
Yeah. And you just feel like you can conquer things that before were just a damper.
Physical exertion has way more to do with your mental health than you would even think.
Yeah, it really benefits you because it gives
chemicals,
you a sense of pride.
Endorphins. There's these things that
gives you a sense of
change in your
pride. I
body.
did something today.
Yeah.
I put in some work that benefited me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
when we were doing it, there was always that pre-workout, like, God, fuck this. Oh, my God, this is going to suck. This is going to suck. But at the end, the joy of the fact that I had done it was nothing compared to the dread before was nothing compared to the joy and the relief that I felt after I did it. I'm laying there fucking in a puddle of my own sweat. And I'm like, yes, I did that. One more day down.
Yeah, exactly. I just knocked another day out. I'm done. I don't have to worry about it
I'm going to go
anymore.
up here. I'm going to rehydrate, and I'm going to put something that's beneficial to my body inside of it.
Take a good shower.
Wiener.
I'm going to eat. Take some cock later. Yeah, man, it definitely, it benefits you in so many different ways. And like I said, it helps your free will with facing problems that before seemed like you were climbing Mount Everest, and now it's just a molehill.
Yeah.
You're like, whatever, I'll get done with that, no problem.
And it kind of sounds like an oxymoron, but self-discipline builds self-discipline.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard statement. Self-discipline builds self-discipline.
It truly does. It really does. So it's I think it's more discipline than free will. I think that like you can have the ideas that I want to be this, fit person, or I want to be this wealthy person, or I want to be just this likable guy. And then you have to have the determination and the discipline to make that happen.
You're not going to have one without the other.
Yeah.
Without self-discipline, you will not have free will.
Yeah.
But with self-discipline, you will give yourself free will.
Mm-hmm. You'll
so
be able to
whether
make
you
decisions.
want free will or not, if you attain a high level of self-discipline, you'll have free will.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to do. You'll be determined.
Nothing
Reach
will
goals.
stop. Yeah,
Right.
The goals and the steps that you have to take to get to that goal won't seem so monstrous.
Yeah.
Because like you've built this in your head that these little steps I take every day to get to the workout being done is the same process I would take in getting to like this goal that I want to, achieve.
Yeah.
I have to take little steps. I have to chip away at. I can't just leap to it.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever just been able to leap to success. You have to take the baby steps and keep your will strong to keep going.
And something I got to do is, I'm working on a lot right now. It's self-discipline and procrastination.
Yeah.
Because, I was thinking to myself with these, I was like, all right, man, Sunday is my last day. But I know how many times I've told myself that Monday I'm going to start working out.
Yeah.
And it's easy to tell yourself that on the Thursday before. But it's not easy to do. It's to start on the Thursday before.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I was thinking with these. Whenever me and you got together to come down here, I had the thought that I'm just going to give them. And if you don't want them, whatever, throw the fuck away. I don't care.
I don't know if I'll take them because I really don't smoke when I'm at home.
Take them.
Yeah.
Get them out of here for me. But you can throw them away when you get home. But I was telling myself that Sunday I'm gonna stop. But I had the realization in my head, and which is me trying to practice self-discipline, is like, why wait till Sunday?
Right. Do it now.
It's like the plant a tree analogy. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago.
Right.
Second best time to do it is now.
Right. Yep. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
It is very, very true. There's no time like the present.
Right. Do it now, because all that is a procrastination, an excuse in my mind to be able to continue doing the unhealthy habits that I have. Because you know what? When Monday comes, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
But if I tell myself now is the time, right now we're doing it.
You've already got it in your head. You're
we're
thinking,
not waiting. We're not.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a 3-day jump on it.
Yeah. This is why I didn't smoke all these days for this day now, so I can get to work, do what I'm trying to do.
So these maybe not better, maybe not worse than cigarettes. Maybe they are. Maybe I don't know. I really don't know. These haven't been around long enough to really know the fucking
serious side effects. Yeah.
But they're starting to show themselves. Those people getting their lungs are fucked up and shit from it, and I can feel it at night. Like sometimes I'll, get a cough going. It's not like the mucusy thick cough that come with cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's maybe what people maybe subconsciously makes people think that it's healthier, and I don't know, maybe it is, but it's not healthy.
No.
Comparison to cigarettes, it removes the possibility of anything being healthy anyway.
Cigarettes are an F.
As bad as cigarettes.
Cigarettes are an F. That's a D-.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, you're not much better.
If you're trying to make yourself feel better because if you're, and I've seen this, I haven't smoked in 10 years, been vaping for 10 years.
Yeah.
You substituted one bad habit for another.
Yeah. You're still spending your money on
cigarettes,
it.
But you're still putting unnatural things in your lungs.
The one step you made was now your breath doesn't smell as bad.
Right. You don't smell like a complete asshole when you come back in from work or from going out to smoke a cigarette.
Man, they're strong. Where we've quit smoking cigarettes, bro, when I smell one now,
smell
I'm
it
like,
10 feet away from somebody.
Damn.
Straight up.
They stinky.
Like, at work, I got people under me, so they come up and ask me these things all the time. So after break, a lot of times the smokers will come up to me and they're like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, bro, I smelled you coming.
Yeah.
I smelled you coming. I never tell anybody that, and I wouldn't because, that wouldn't make anybody feel good.
Right, yeah.
And I don't want to end up in HR.
But it's true.
But I smelled you coming.
Smokers stink.
Yeah. But today is the last day for this. I'm going to start practicing my self-discipline. I just got to remain consistent.
Right.
Consistency and self-discipline are the two medications to take in order to get true free will.
I really think that the first day is not the hardest. It's the second one. The second day is the hardest.
The second day isn't even the hardest. But you get 10 days in and you've been telling yourself one more day for 10 days.
Yeah.
Tell me how that mind's holding up.
Yeah, and all you're thinking about every chance you get is, today would be a good day to take a break.
Cheat
today
day.
Should be cheat day.
Cheat meal.
Yeah, cheat break.
Cheat meal. Cheat meal turns into cheat meal. Cheat meal turns into cheat day, turns into cheat week, cheat month, cheat
yourself.
Life.
You're just cheating yourself.
I just do what I want now.
That's why they call them cheat days, because you cheat.
And that's
yourself.
a free will, I guess, but it's not a.
Yeah.
I guess free will and maturity are one in the same, but also very different.
Yeah, your maturity guides your free will. Where your free will is going to take you.
As to what your free will is mentally, and your mind
kind of aims the gun.
Your mind is your biggest. I don't want to say obstacle, but obstacle. Your mind's your biggest obstacle. You have to overcome your mind, which is a whole nother fucking level of difficult there.
That right there is something I can't even harp or preach to anybody about because it's something I struggle with daily.
And everybody does.
Yeah.
But self-discipline generates self-discipline.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to do that.
Yeah.
But that was pretty good, Posh.
Yeah.
Pretty good free will episode.
For winging it. We went off our free will and just did it.
I like the speculatory topics. That way we can just kind of flow instead of being like, was it 1693 or 1793? Which those are still good. If we have the self-discipline to actually study before that episode that week, then we do well with it. But if we fucking procrastinate and we wait until the night before and we do a little bit of reading and get some hot points and shit like that and come back in, we wind up not talking about the topic that we're telling you we're going to talk about.
Right.
And then sometimes we get a little dead air and we're like, you're looking at me praying I say something, or I'm looking at you and praying you say something. We set ourselves up for failure. And I think you've got another thing. You've got to prepare. You got to plan for everything.
Yeah.
If I wake up tomorrow and I'm like, all right, I'm going to eat healthy, what am I going to eat?
Right.
But if I wake up tomorrow and I'm like, all right, I'm eating healthy. This morning I'm having 3 egg whites, 2 strips of bacon, and a water.
Right.
And for lunch, I'm going to have a avocado toast with a turkey wrap. And then for dinner, I'm going to have a chicken salad.
Right.
If I've got that planned out and I have the plan for that laid out and all the things that I need to carry out that plan, I'm probably going to do it.
Right.
I'm more likely going to do it. But if I wake up and I'm like, what am I going to do today? What am I going to do today?
Grabbing what's convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Here comes the donuts.
I'm reaching that box and be like, all right, well, if I eat 2 of these oatmeal cream pies and just don't eat until lunch or eat until dinner, then I'm fine. Don't do that.
Yeah, because your body still needs the fuel. It needs the proper fuel. You're just hurting yourself more. So,
but as per usual, this has been Dylan.
This is Posh.
And if you ain't had you a Chelada, go get you one. And if you want to take a break from Cheladas for a little bit, that's all right too. It's been your boy Dylan again.
This is Posh.
We'll see y'all next week.
See ya.